There is a quiet force inside every human mind, a force that does not pull you towards safety or certainty, but towards mystery, towards questions, towards the unknown. Why? Why does something unfamiliar feel like an invitation instead of a warning? This is the inner science of curiosity and why it shaped some of the greatest minds who ever lived. Whenever your mind encounters something unfamiliar, a strange idea, a sudden question, an unexplained pattern, the brain opens a tiny cognitive gap, a space between what you know and what you don't know yet. And because the brain hates unfinished patterns, it creates a subtle tension inside you, a pull forward, a need to understand. Curiosity is not random, it is the mind's way of completing the reality. Researchers have discovered something remarkable. Your brain releases dopamine not when you find the answer, but when you are searching for it. In other words, curiosity rewards you before the solution arrives. Why? Because the brain evolved to treat exploration as a sign of intelligence, of growth, of survival. Curiosity is the engine, discovery is the destination, but the reward is in the path to the discovery. Einstein once said, "I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious." What shaped his genius was not certainty, but the courage to walk deeper into questions that had no answers yet. Newton was not fascinated by the falling apple. He was fascinated by the fact that everything falls and no one had explained why. Marie Curie spent years stirring glowing blue liquids in a dark laboratory because the unknown was calling to her louder than the comfort ever could. She became the first woman to win the Nobel Prize, which was in physics for the theory of radioactivity, and also was the first person to win the Nobel Prize twice, and the only person to win the Nobel Prize in two different fields. The second one was in chemistry for the discovery of the elements polonium and radium. Nikola Tesla followed invisible patterns, flashes of light, geometry, intuition, before the world had a language for any of it that we now know as the alternating current electricity. And perhaps no mind followed the unknown as fearlessly as Srinivasa Ramanujan. Born far from any modern scientific center, with almost no formal training, he saw mathematics not as formulas but as visions. Patterns appeared to him in dreams. Equations came to him as flashes of intuition, insights that later reshaped entire fields of number theory. Ramanujan discovered identities and infinite series that the world had never seen before, like the astonishing formula for 1 divided by pi and the mysterious partition function that predicted how numbers break apart into smaller numbers, a discovery that later connected to quantum physics itself. His genius did not come from the textbooks or classrooms. It came from following the unknown when no one else believed in what he saw. Ramanujan is proof that curiosity is not the privilege of educated. It is the birthright of anyone who listens when the mysterious knocks from within. These people were not led by brilliance. They were led by curiosity, by a mind uncomfortable with unfinished mysteries, by a longing to expand the edges of the known world. But this pull did not begin with scientists or thinkers. Our ancient ancestors survived by being curious. A strange sound in the bushes meant danger or opportunity. A new kind of plant meant poison or medicine. A strange star pattern in the night sky meant fear or navigation. Curiosity was not entertainment, it was evolution's way of saying, pay attention here. This might change your life. The instinct lives in you because your ancestors listened to it. And even today, every time something feels mysterious, every time a question keeps returning to you, every time you feel drawn to something you cannot explain, it is not confusion, it is not distraction, it is your mind preparing to grow. Curiosity is not a feeling, it is a direction, a bridge between who you are and who you could become. The unknown doesn't call you by mistake. It calls you because a larger version of you is hidden on the other side. This is Kaizen Smarter, where science meets wonder and curiosity meets clarity. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel Kaizen Smarter.